Legislative session draws to a close. Lawmakers are finalizing several measures that could impact Floridians for some years to come.
So, Spectrum News 13's Jeff Allen is live for us here because, Jeff, some of these issues that lawmakers are really focused in on, it's going to have some impact in classrooms.
For sure. In fact, they are working on their budget right now to include raises for teacher pay. That's a big one. Lawmakers are also focused on reining in some of what they did last year. In fact, this sparked some debate here today in Tallahassee, some big time debate. Some Democratic lawmakers trying to rein in that measure that was passed last year that actually allowed really anyone at this point to challenge books they feel like they are inappropriate inside schools.
Democrats proposed amendments regarding so-called book bans, one that would only allow parents of kids in a school district to challenge books they believe are inappropriate.
We know that there's a small number of folks who are out of state who are taking up resources with all of these book bans, and frankly, members, they have no standing. They don't live here, they don't have kids in the school system.
But that and another proposed book ban amendment failed to pass. Meanwhile, lawmakers are advancing a bill that would require union workers across several industries, including education, to fill out financial disclosures. Critics say could discourage union participation.
So the irony is that some unions are getting carve-outs from these burdensome restrictions, while other unions, like teachers' unions, are not. And so this legislation continues to punish teachers just for being the educators that they are.
But the House Republican sponsor of the measure says it will empower teachers
so that teachers and other government workers know how much money they're spending to belong to a union on one hand, and then know how that money is being spent. It's about transparency. It's about accountability.
Democrats argue making things more difficult for teacher unions could make it harder for those unions to negotiate higher teacher pay. Florida lawmakers are promising more money for teachers in their budget.
We're trying to make sure that our teachers get more pay, better working conditions, and make sure that they get to keep more of their pay.
But Democrats say even the increases likely to pass aren't enough.
Legislation to increase teacher starting salaries never got a hearing this session, and so the funding going towards education may offer small boosts, but it's not going to be transformational compared to what we need to address the teacher retention recruitment challenges that Florida is facing.
One thing lawmakers do agree on, reducing red tape for public schools. Regulations, they say, make it difficult for public education to compete with charter schools. The measure passed the Senate unanimously and is expected to make it to the governor's desk.
And just a few moments ago here in Tallahassee at the state capitol, the Senate actually passed a bill that would actually allow chaplains from different religious denominations to actually be inside Florida schools and counsel students. Now, if the House passes its version of this bill, it could be up to the governor to decide if he signs off on that by the end of this session tomorrow. One Democrat I talked with here tells me she has safety concerns with that measure. Reporting live at the state capitol in Tallahassee, Jeff Allen, Spectrum News.